I'm going to talk about this again. Hopefully we'll listen. I need you guys to share this video. His name is Shawn Delong. He was arrested today out of rehabilitation. Shawn Delong has been telling me about the rehab to prison to rehab to prison to rehab to prison pipeline. His name is Shawn Delong. We need to find him. We're going to file tomorrow a petition for a writ of habeas corpus. That's going to happen tomorrow. I hope that you guys are paying attention to what's going on, because what happens is, and I'm just going to air this real quick. Damn it. So Shawn was rearrested. You guys, listen to me. Does anybody know Shawn Delong? He's a confidential informant for me, and I have to expose this because the only thing that works is transparency. Here is Shawn Delong's audio telling me about the prison to rehab to prison pipeline. Listen to Shawn Delong. They violated him today. We'll be filing an emergency petition for a writ of habeas corpus. We need to locate Shawn Delong. I do believe his life is in danger, so tomorrow we'll be filing an emergency petition for a writ of habeas corpus. Shawn Delong, they said he peed dirty today. I talked to him last night. This is his audio. He was completely coherent. There was nothing wrong with Shawn Delong. He's 45 years old. We must locate Shawn Delong. Now listen to his audio and listen to the corruption that he's going to expose to me here. I'm exposing this because the only thing that works is transparency. Shawn Delong has been working as an informant for me, telling me what's going on inside of the rehab to prison pipeline, back to rehab, back to prison. So I want you to listen to his audio here.
Sorry, Shawn. Okay, so what's her name again? Her name is Charlie? Charlie? S-H? Yeah. Charlie. It's a messed up name. Okay. And she's a court advocate, and she's also the nurse for you. The head nurse. She's a head nurse. She's a head nurse. Nursing, yes. She's a head. And then she's also your court liaison? Yes. If you call that reports back that you're being treated fairly? Yes. And she approves and disapproves work schedules for your ankle monitors.
This is...
Yes. Like I say, if you call that 532-1613, which is their home office number, if you read nursing, she answers. Okay.
Sure. Okay. So what? Tell me that number again.
532.
No. What am I calling when I call that number? What am I calling?
You're calling Mended Reeds.
M-I-N-D or M-E-N-D?
Mended Reeds. M-E-N-D-E-D. Mended Reeds.
And this is the...
That's the main office.
Main office.
Yes, and it'll give you a selection. It'll give you a selection of either medical...
And the number's what? 1740?
Yep, 532-1613.
Shawn sent me a video of him being arrested, and they said that he peed dirty. Shawn Delong, we need to locate Shawn Delong. Tomorrow I'll be filing an emergency petition for writ of habeas corpus. I want to tell the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department that everybody's looking for Shawn Delong. You guys don't put a finger on him. I believe Shawn Delong's life in jeopardy because he has informed to me about the prison to rehab to prison to rehab pipeline. This is Shawn Delong informing to me about what's going on inside the rehabs to prison. They violated him today, and he told them, I didn't do anything wrong, and they said he peed dirty.
Yes. Get them out. So, and not only that, I've got phone records because I had a problem this one time, and the way they punish me is to make me do more hours, which gains them more money. The way they bill the insurance is, like I said, the Buckeye Insurance, CareSource Insurance, and see what they'll do is she'll meet with you for 5 minutes, and like me, I have no medications, no medical problems. But Charlie, every time...
C-H-A-R-L-E-N-E?
Charlie.
C-H or S-H?
L-Y at the end.
C-H-A-R...
Yes, almost like Shirley, but it's Charlie.
I got it. And so she's the court liaison.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And like I say, they're billing for insurance hours that they're not giving. which is insurance fraud, and they know this, and that's what they preach the whole time. If they fuck up 5 minutes, it's insurance fraud. See, they charge by half hour and hours, okay? So, and not only that, I've got phone records because I had a problem this one time, and the way they punish me is to make me do more hours, which gains them more money, okay? But what I've done to protect myself, because I lost service with these apps that they have, I changed to T-Mobile now, okay? So I've got phone records that whenever we can go back at on them, I can show them, listen, this is the only time that I was on there. So that's where they fucked up. So I can pull all
by wrongfully incarcerating you, dude, putting you in a rehabilitation clinic.
Yes.
I need to see your paperwork, and it's all miscombobulated.
I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you immediately. As soon as we get off the phone, I'll have it all together because there's guys here that can help.
In one email.
In one email. Yes, sir.
That's what I need. I need it all in one email. And then I need the names of the other guys who were locked in a dungeon unjustly, and so I can start to file writs of habeas corpus to get them out.
Yes, I will.
What the fuck is going on?
It's ridiculous. And now, like I say, and I can go to any. Yeah, I tell you, the easiest way to do is, which I'll do the groundwork, but I'm on a restriction as far as where I can go. But once I'm off of this, I can go to NAAA meetings all over this fucking tri-state, and they're there. All these people. That's the best way you can find them. There's horror stories.
Oh, the people have been wrongfully incarcerated.
Yes, because they're mandatory to go to meetings. Like me right now, I'm mandatory to go to 4 to 6 meetings a week. Okay?
Okay, and so the insurance company is being billed. But is anybody getting better from the eviction?
No. I mean, most of them are waiting trial to go to fucking prison. Listen, my fiance, well, my ex-girlfriend, my friend, really good friend of mine, she gets out of prison. She's a felony 5, first-time offender, drug possession. Kim has. She gets out of prison April the 14th. She gets her judicial release, okay? She had a felony 5. They put her on ankle monitor, let her out 3 times, okay? She cut it off. She's a fucking addict, man, okay? Definition of insanity. Keep doing the same thing over and over again. Well, what do? The third time, they charge her with a felony 3, okay? So now they charge her with a felony 3, which makes her a felony 5 and a felony 3. So now they charge her. She goes and does 9 months in prison. She gets out of prison April 14th, next week. She goes to Star Community Justice Center. From Star Community Justice Center, she'll go to Mended Reeds or Lawrence County Recovery.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what Shawn Delong just told me? Shawn Delong's life, I believe, and so for that reason, tomorrow I will be filing an emergency petition for a writ of habeas corpus for Shawn Delong. I need to locate him. He sent me a video this morning of them violating him, saying he peed dirty. I talked to Shawn Delong last night. This is the audio recording. When they release you from prison, you go to one rehab and then the other. Why? Billing. Money. That's what this is about. And Shawn Delong, this is one of several recordings that Shawn informed me on information of what's going on the rehab to prison to rehab to prison to rehab pipeline. Why do you go to 2 different rehabs back to back? Because they're owned by the judges and the prosecutors.
That's mandatory.
Mandatory.
So now they send her to prison after they trump up her charges, make the money off her ankle monitor, okay, to send her to Star Community Justice Center to profit them, which is a treatment center which is supposed to be complete back into society, to furthermore put her into another fucking treatment center to prolong her life. This lady has children. Okay, she had a life. She fucked up. She had a drug possession. And when she got the drug possession, Akers tackled her, a girl. She's a feminine girl. You'll blow your mind. She runs. He tackles her and like beats on her, you know? So, and then, like I said, she bonds out. Or not bonds out. She's let go 3 times. Okay, listen. One time, she fucks up, okay, send her to an in-house treatment center, which is STAR. That's what it's designed for. No, they put her back on the street, on an ankle monitor, 3 times. What do you think she's going to do? She's a fucking addict. She runs, okay, to get a felony 3. Okay,
Felony.
and that's for women. Now, every man that has that happen, I've been in prison. Okay, what happens is they up your security. So now these guys, these young boys, they're fucking our youth up and our people. Because what happens is when they do that, it ups your security level from a level 1 to a level 3, level 4. So you're going from something that's small to Lebanon, to Lucasville, to Ross, okay, to where either you're wearing makeup or you're gang affiliated. So what they're doing, they're fucking our youth up. You know, these are first-time offenders. They're ruining their lives. They don't understand that whenever they charge these people, these men, with women's different, but men, they're charging them with escape. That ups their levels. That ups their level. How many fences they go behind?
What did I say to you guys recently? Recently, I said to you, they're charging a bunch of people with assaulting an officer, escaping, or tampering. Those 3 charges are all subjective by the cop. The cop says you're tampering. The cop says you assaulted him. The cop says that you're trying to escape. You are convicted of a drug possession. And by the way, there's millions of drug traffickers. This is the voice of Shawn Delong, who has reported to me, and he was arrested today. Shawn Delong was taken out of rehab. They said that he peed dirty. He denied it. I have them arresting Shawn Delong on camera. I'm going to show it to you in a second. I want you to hear what he says, though, about the prison to rehab. And then what they do is, when they charge these 22-year-old guys, 20-year-old guys, 24-year-old guys, when they charge them with trying to escape, assaulting a police officer, or tampering, those are subjective charges. And then the judges who make money by you going to a rehab, they rubber stamp it. Yep, he attacked a guard.
They're killing our youth.
That's right, and they're doing it all the time. They're charging them with
Out of greed. Out of fucking greed, they're ruining these kids' lives. I'm an old man. Fuck it. You know, I've been doing it, you know. But at the same time, I'm not idiot to the fact. I'm a different man than what I was. Okay? And that's what the thing is. I've never failed a drug test. I'm trying to clean my life up.
And then they said he failed a drug test today. Does this man sound like he's on drugs last night? Doesn't sound like he's on drugs to me. And if he is on drugs, the best place for him, if he's actually on drugs, is not a dungeon.
I've got years in federal prison over a weapon that was mine before I was a felon. I was 30 years old, and I caught a felony. I graduated high school, went to police academy, become a deputy sheriff, worked as a deputy sheriff, was going to work for a high division watercraft, going to school to get my criminal justice degree. My brother accidentally had an accident behind me. I went back to swinging a hammer, and I opened my own business, and I worked as you know, till I was 30 years old. I caught a trafficking charge. My first trafficking charge, they gave me 4 years. I was never offered any kind of rehabs. There was no such thing. I get out. I go home.
You were trafficking drugs as a cop?
No. It was years after I had resigned from being an officer.
How long were you a cop for?
I was only 19 years old until I was 20. I wasn't even old enough to carry a weapon. I had to be bonded out. I got it through politics. Like I told you, I'm from...
Become a cop in politics.
My family got the Democratic sheriff elected, so I got a favor and was put right to work as soon as I graduated the academy.
Who was the Democrat?
The Democrat that got elected was Roy Smith. He beat Tim Sexton.
This is an emergency. I'm trying to locate Shawn Delong. He was arrested today. They said that he peed dirty. Tomorrow, an alert to the Lawrence County Sheriffs. If anything happens to Shawn Delong, we are filing tomorrow a petition for an emergency writ of habeas corpus. Tomorrow we're filing that for Shawn Delong. Shawn Delong, they accused him of peeing dirty. You just heard him say he hasn't peed dirty in forever. He's quitting drugs. He's trying to get his life back in order. Shawn Delong has been confidentially informing to me for the past week. He has told me about the rehab to jail pipeline. Sometimes you go to 2 rehabs when you get out of jail. You go to one for 6 weeks, you go to the next one for 3 months. He's told me all the stories about how they do their billing. They do their billing on levels based on a 1.0, a 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0, or 3.5. That's how the rehabs bill. And the billing hours are $150 to $350 an hour. Each one has 12 to 15 participants in it. Do the math. How much money is that? That's a lot of money. Who's paying for that? It's a grant from the federal government, the state, and the Ohio State University. That's what's going on. They arrested Shawn today. I believe that Shawn DeLong's life is in jeopardy. Spread his name across Ironton, Shawn DeLong. We have to find Shawn DeLong. Where did you take him? You put him in shackles. He didn't belong in shackles. Listen to Shawn DeLong continue to tell me more about how the rehab to jail to rehab to rehab to jail to rehab pipeline continues to thrive and pad the pockets of the prosecutor's father and the judges.
Okay, which was Sexton, used to be sheriff. So I'm just a kid. I was going to go to the military. My father asked me not to go. I didn't want to be no fucking cop. Hell, how old are you now? I'm 45. You know, so, my goal was to work a high division of watercraft. I got certified to dive, all this bullshit, and that's when my brother fucked up, and he shot a guy on accident, in a hunting accident. One of them pulled the trigger and shot one.
Did you tell me that you're 45 years old?
Yes, 44, 45, yes.
And you're locked in a dungeon.
And I'm locked in the dungeon.
Jesus Christ. I'm older than you are. You're not an old man.
Well, sometimes I feel old, especially this fucking place is wearing on me, I'll be honest with you.
But you ain't an old man, dude.
No, I'm in good health. I'm in really good health. Just like you said, listen, I'm really a skilled fella. So I'm good with my hands,
And he's in a dungeon!
you know, so at the same time, like you said, any of them that want to try whatever they want, listen, they don't scare me. That's one thing that they don't like about me. At the same time.
I don't get fearful either. That's not how I work. I get pissed off.
Me too. I get pissed off, and that's what it is for me. I'm coming, whether they like it or not. I'm coming.
I love this guy.
I
love
like
him.
I said, I wear no mask, brother. I wear no mask. I promise you, I'll stand beside you the whole fucking time.
That's right. I don't.
And my past is out there. I don't have nothing to hide. It's only these other fuckers that wear a mask. That's the ones I want because this
Well,
they
look what
done
they're
put
doing.
me out.
They're now doing the probation thing behind closed doors. We don't get to see that they've locked
Exactly.
people away without any due process.
Yes.
Let me explain that. So, after I started airing that they're doing a probation to rehab to prison to rehab to probation to rehab ankle, who's making the money off the ankle monitor? Who's making the money off the ankle monitor? The ankle monitor is a really big thing. Did you know that? There's a lot of money being made off the ankle monitor. Who's making that money? Who is it? And listen to Shawn DeLong explain right here. Oh.
That's the thing, is I was supposed to graduate. I graduated, got my job back, got me an apartment. Okay, I set up a way to go to another treatment program, which now I realized that I couldn't go there because Finley's father and her owner. Okay,
Kristen Finley.
Which one do they own? Which one do they own?
Southern Hope.
They own Southern Hope.
They own Southern Hope. Who owns the one in Butler?
I'm not sure. I can look.
And then which one does Waldo own?
He shares in Star Community Justice Center. Okay.
So,
Not only that, have you seen what's on the internet with Finley's father? His name is Mike. His name is Mike Finley. I'll send you a couple things. I don't know if I sent it to you or not.
tell me
But
on the phone.
County commissioner. He was running for county commissioner. It shows that he was pretty much he's this Irish heritage, almost mafia type, like you were talking about. Okay, real hard ass type guy, but he was accused of profiting or putting in 50%, directing funds to like 50% of stuff he owned. It's
Mike
right
Finley?
on the internet. Yes, Mike Finley.
Mike Finley profiting big time off rehab centers. Big time.
I'm not sure. I'll send you the picture.
And then his daughter is the judge. And what does she do? She sends people to rehabilitation that pads her daddy's pockets. It's a fact. I just haven't proven it on paper yet. The federal government is going to arrest you criminals. This is an emergency live. If anybody knows Shawn DeLong has been informing to me, and today they said he peed dirty. He denied it. He sent me a video of them violating his probation, him packing his room, and them taking him to a dungeon. Shawn DeLong, spread his name on Facebook, everybody. Shawn DeLong. I believe the reason why I'm filing an emergency petition for writ of habeas corpus tomorrow is because I believe that Shawn DeLong's life is in jeopardy. How many people have died at that jail? How many people have said they've been beaten? How many people said they've been put in the torture chair? Shawn DeLong's life is in jeopardy, I believe, and for that reason, tomorrow we'll be filing a petition for an emergency writ of habeas corpus. Shawn DeLong, say his name, put it on your Twitter, hashtag him, attach him to Lawrence County Jail, Lawrence County Sheriff's Department. Put him on your Facebook page, Shawn DeLong. Where is Shawn DeLong?
Or the link that I've got. I've been researching some of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, it goes deep. It goes deep. He's standing beside her. If you look up Judge Finley, you'll see him standing beside her whenever she gets sworn in by her sister and maybe her cousin. Hell, I don't know. But he's standing beside her.
What, no, slow down for me. What does Finley's sister do?
When they're swearing her in. I don't know exactly what they are, but that's what I say.
Is she a judge? What is she?
See, I'm not sure, but that's what I said to myself. Why are they swearing her in? There was something else there. It's right on her website. If you look up Judge Finley on the website, you'll see there's two blondes and a man standing there. The man standing there is Mike Finley, her father.
Okay.
The things I've heard about Mike Finley, I can't release them until I release the audio, and then you'll hear the confidential informants tell me about Mike Finley. Mike Finley, you shouldn't be county commissioner. From the things I'm hearing about you, you should burn in hell for the things you've done. If they're true. If they're true.
So I actually see that picture because we looked at the photos and we said, who are these people?
Yes.
I've already seen the picture you're talking about.
And did the other picture that I sent you, it shows that the 50% owned shares of where he's being accused of this and that and all this other bullshit. But now, whatever he's not, I don't think he's commissioner. Maybe he had to resign or step down. He's down here buying in stock and profiting off his daughter.
Oh, Mike Finley.
Yes.
It's a great big scam, and they're all in on it.
Yes.
They're all in on it. They're fucking over the people.
Yeah, and the doctor of Lambert, it's not Mike. I think you said Mike on the film, but it's Kevin Lambert. Is the doctor's office that you'll call with that 1316 number I gave you? That is Kevin Lambert.
Kevin Lambert.
There's
and I have every right to call. I have every right. They can't stop me from calling and asking for it.
No, not at all. Because it's Kevin, Dave, and Randy. That's the three brothers.
Randy Lambert's the prosecutor. Okay. And then Kevin's the owner, and then the other one is the medical advisor. So you have a prosecutor, medical advisor as to whether or not you should be put in residential rehabilitation, and then the other guy owns it. So you have an owner who's a dad or a brother, then you got the medical guy who just decides if you go to the rehab full time, he's a dad or a brother, and then you have Randy Lambert, who's the prosecutor, that what does he do? They create a drug court. Waldo and Ballard ran on a platform that they were going to create drug court to help people, and then they all invested in rehab centers.
Kevin Lambert is the medical doctor.
Is the medical, yes. And he's not even a doctor. He's actually like some kind of a nurse that he writes scripts.
Randy's the nurse. Is that what he is?
And what he does
At Southern Hope, right?
at Mended Reeds.
But no one's getting better.
No one's getting better. Notice everyone's awaiting the sentence. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right, they're all waiting a sentence. What is the treatment like? Do you guys sit around and talk about addiction? Like, what's the treatment?
Saw you the first time, Elsa.
2 hours a day of some, and that's at the work at the beginning.
Hey, listen, Trolley. This guy was taken to a dungeon. I have to stop my process tomorrow to file for a petition for an emergency writ of habeas corpus. I believe his life is in jeopardy. If I make a mistake in which Lambert works at which facility or which one, what are you talking about? Are you not listening? The judges and prosecutors own all the rehabs. The Lamberts all work in the rehab. That's how they make money. Millions of dollars. And you're talking about, Randy or Lambert or Kevin or who cares? When it boils down to it, they're complicit.
2 hours a day or 3 hours a day. Well, actually, all the other rehabs do 2 hours a day because you start out at a 2.5. The only other one that starts out less than that is minute reads, so they get more money. So you go from a 3.5 to a 2.5. 3.5.
I don't know what 3.5.
3.5 is when you enter the program. So what it is
What
saying.
does that mean? What does 3.5 mean?
3.5 means that you're beginning your treatment, so you should get more hours. So what they're doing is they're charging for more hours.
5 hours per week.
Yes. Okay.
Or a day. Or a day.
Yes.
A week.
For,
A
yeah.
day.
On each one, program hours. Program hours. Okay. So and
3.4 hours per day.
yes. Okay. So
If you're in facility, it should be.
well, like right here where I'm at, they started me over. I'm a 2.5. Okay. So that's the difference. 3.5 and a 2.5.
They start him over on the same treatment at a higher level where they bill more dollars. If you test dirty, then you need to come back and do more hours than you did before.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you work yourself down to a 2, and then I'm not sure, like lower. I can't remember. Yeah, it's like two. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I can research it for you.
So it's between 2.5 and 3.5 hours a day of what's supposed to be therapy, correct?
Yes, and the only one that does the 3.5 is minute reach, which adds an extra month that they can charge your insurance.
And how much is it a month to be in there?
Fuck, I don't even know. It's outrageous.
It's probably $10,000 or $15,000 a month, right?
Yeah, because what it is, I think there's allowed for like one co-facilitator is only allowed to have 12 residents, okay? So that's how they bill your insurance. So one co-facilitator gets to bill hourly, which is like, I don't know, fucking $100 an hour or whatever it is, for 12 residents. So that's like $1,200 to $1,500 an hour that they get for each hour, okay, a day. Not only that, listen, they take your food stamps, okay?
No. Can you stay focused? So,
Yeah.
so they charge $1,200 an hour for your therapy a day?
Yes,
The state is paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month.
yes, if there's 12 residents in that group, if there's 12, and that's what they like to keep it capacity to, if there's that many people, that's how much it is, and they keep it at full capacity at all times.
Right, because the girl today who was saw in court, when she told the judge she didn't want...
Wait a minute. I have a confidential informant's name in here. Wait a minute. Sorry, I gotta fix this. There's someone in here who I can't release their name. I'm sorry, you guys. I've got to just real quick make sure this person's name isn't leaked because he tells me a name right here who's another confidential informant, and I can't release his name. Let me take his name out, and then I'll continue. Oh, Good Citizen's in here? Oh my God. One of the best, one of the all-time greats. Okay, so let me tell you what he's saying because I don't want you guys to miss anything, but at the same time we have to protect this informant because there's a confidential informant talking right here. take a chance on getting anybody in jeopardy. 1 second, I almost have his name clear. I got to take this guy's name out. I got to take out this girl's name. So what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm letting you guys know that Shawn DeLong of Ironton, who I talked last night, minutes on the phone, he told me that they're running a scam, through the insurance of the rehab clinics. And so I want you guys to know what's going on. God bless America. Would this thing frickin' work? Please work. God, I'm so annoyed. So annoying. So annoying.
She didn't want to do interim residential. He sent her to jail.
I'm so afraid. I can't leak anybody's names. I'm sorry I'm messing this up, but I just can't take a chance on anybody's name being leaked. That we're exposed, that we've been talking to Shawn DeLong, is because they arrested him today with a probation violation when he did not violate his probation. He did not pee dirty. He told me last night on the phone that he is not doing drugs, that he wants to clean his life up, that he hasn't pissed dirty forever, and they violated him last night. I believe that they know through cameras and videos inside the facilities that they know that he was speaking to me, and I think that his life is in jeopardy. And for that reason, if anybody, please put Shawn DeLong's name on your Facebook page, on your Twitter page, because he went to the Lawrence County Jail today, and I believe that his life is in jeopardy. So if everybody would please make sure that you talk about Shawn DeLong. So annoying. Shawn DeLong is his name, everybody. Shawn DeLong is his name. Okay? I want everybody to put his name. He was arrested wrongfully today. I'm just going to turn this.
I told him to contact you right now. She is in jail right now. Cannot get out.
1 second.
I don't even know her crime was the worst. I think it would. I think it was ODI or approved. No, it was basically drugs after the rehab. They said she tested dirty, but they found no drugs. Well, what it is, I think it's internal possession, because what it is, if you walk in and you have it in your, listen. Here's what they did. They went out to her car. She came back from her car, okay? And then when she came back from her car, they tested her and said, because she tested dirty, which we don't know who did the testing. It could have been them who did the testing. When she said she didn't want to do in-care residential, right? Yep. Then what happened was, after that, they then violated her and put her in a dungeon where they shackled her like a pig. Yes, and that's where she is now. And what they're doing in this community now, they're taking the possession, they're charging them with internal possession. Like right now, if I was to catch a dirty urine, they would charge me with a possession charge, okay? Possession charge, meaning that it's an internal possession charge that I used. Not that I had anything on me, but an internal, because I tested. That's what they're charging me with, an internal possession.
So, do you guys understand what he's saying right here? What he's saying is, if you're in the rehab that's mandatory, that you have to go to, where they bill hours, if you pee dirty, or they say that you pee dirty, what they then do is violate you, charge you with a crime, put you in jail, and then when you get out of jail, you go to rehab. But you don't go to that rehab, you go to a different rehab. Does that sound right to you? Why would you go into a rehab that if you have a drug problem, they're going to send you to jail if you do drugs? How does that help anybody? How does that help you as someone who lives in the community?
Not that you had a pocket full of dope. It's because you had it in your bloodstream or your urine. They're charging you with.
There's no third party to verify that the test was done cleanly.
Exactly.
And then today they said that he peed dirty and they put him in jail. Shawn DeLong, everybody, where is Shawn DeLong?
There's no physical evidence.
There. Where did the sample go?
Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going through it right now.
No, well, and is there a control sample that's sent off to a third party?
Okay, what they do is they have a 12-panel and a 16-panel test. I've dealt with it since I got here because they've been harassing me with this even here now because they can't get me any other way. So what happens is when you get here and you pissed in a cup, okay, so it comes up negative. It comes up negative. Okay, they can read it. And if they don't agree with it, what they do is they send it off to a lab. Okay, well, all mine have come back negative, but they sent
All of his has come back negative except for today after we talked on the phone for 4 tested dirty today. 11 o'clock at night. 24 hours ago, I was on the phone with Shawn DeLong.
almost everyone. They harass me almost every day. I fucking pissed in a cup.
Shawn DeLong.
You gotta stay focused. Do they test it there or do they send it to a lab?
They test it here, plus they send it off, actually. Okay? So you have
Samples created. There is 2 samples created.
Then it's called Maleo. We are in Ohio. So that means it takes how long for your sample to come back to get to San Diego and them test it? How long you been in the dungeon by the time they say, you know what? You guys must have made a mistake because he's clean. Meanwhile, you're in the dungeon in shackles.
be on film, all this bullshit, which is not. But anyway,
And what lab did they send it off?
Millennium.
I will get it for you.
Millennium.
As soon as we get off the phone. And what they do is, like mine, one of them come back for fentanyl, okay, which is, and it was negative for norfentanyl. I've got the copy of the paper, which is impossible, okay? So you can't have one without the other, okay? So I'm on restriction. Well, because it shows if it's either been human error. I don't know really. You have to talk to a medical staff. When I say my doctor.
It's not human error. It's on purpose. If they violate him, he goes to jail. When he gets out of jail, he goes back to rehab. It's money. Meanwhile, your life is ruined.
But the level on the fentanyl was one, which is like virtually. I would have had to like I don't know, they maybe touched it or something like that. It's not in my urine system. Okay, so but the day before I took one, which was sent off to the lab. I was clean. Okay, and then we had the one in question, which is the one that showed fentanyl without the norfentanyl. Okay, so this is the one that they're trying to punish me for. The next day I take one, which is sent off to the lab, and it is clean. Okay, so the one in between the three is dirty. The two on the outside are clean, which is impossible because it takes days for it to come out of your system. That's what I'm dealing with now. I'll deal further with it tomorrow because what happens is they know that they fucked up. And they've piss tested me almost every day since then. Here, like I said, the staff members apologizing to me. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, Shawn. You know, at the same time, I'm fucking being harassed because you got these court liaisons. You got all these that are. I'm not going to be a closed mouth. I told them that.
Whoa. You know, let me just jump in here real quick, okay? Everybody who doesn't like Rogan, I don't care. I love Rogan. I don't listen to him anymore because I'm on Spotify. I listen to the clips and stuff. But Rogan has a very famous saying where he'll go, ask the average person, like the people who chime in from the peanut gallery. And then Rogan will say, no, don't ask the average person. Ask an expert. Ask someone who's devoted their life to figure out this one thing. And that's who Rogan interviews. And so when the people come in here and say stupid shit to me and try to get my account suspended, I kick them right out. Just get out. I don't need to hear your crap.
At the end of the day, insurance fraud, this was before you. I'm coming. I told them. You know, regardless, I'm not going to lay down. They fucked me out of hours. I'm about to lose my apartment, my job, everything.
So let me ask you something, though. Let me ask you something, Shawn. Do you know the name of the third-party lab that they send off the sample to?
I
Do you know
will.
the name of that? Okay, I need to find the name of
When,
that
when
lab.
you and I get off the phone, I will look. I've got a copy of it.
Okay, and I need her data. I'm gonna get a writ of habeas corpus to get her out. She doesn't
Yes.
belong in there.
Yes.
She doesn't belong in there.
Jason Eagle.
An hour.
Okay. Yeah. He should be.
Listen,
In fact, right here's the company is called Millennium Health.
Millennium owns, who owns, okay, well, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I thought none don't know that. Do you know where that is?
Let me see here.
Millennium?
Millennium Health is what it says on the top of the heading of it.
Millennium Health.
Yes. There's a hotline right here with a phone number that probably will help you.
Wait.
you know what I'd like to know? So you take a pee sample in Southern Hope, or you take a pee sample in Star, one of the judges or prosecutors' rehab centers. They take 2 pee samples. They test one and they say it's dirty, and you go to a dungeon. They take the other one and they send it off to San Diego. How long does it take to go to San Diego and come back while you're 50 years old and living on concrete? How long does that take?
For those in rehab, what's the phone number? 740?
It's 886 or 866. I'm sorry. It's
Where's
800.
it located at? 866 what?
It says 866-866-0605.
So, Millennium Health.
I'm looking for an address and stuff. I can't find one.
So, Mike Finley's the dad.
Matter of fact, it says San Diego, maybe? California? Special. I'm not sure.
And the one Christine Reed owns, oh, I'm done.
I'm not sure. I can ask my daughter because she would know.
The one Kristen Finley owns? Which one does Kristen Finley own? Wait, your daughter owns where?
Southern Hope.
Okay,
That's the one my daughter works at. Yes.
Okay, got it. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to be in your way there. I apologize.
But I will have that email form for you and put it all together for you.
Yeah. And then what I really, truly need to know is I need to talk to you about this is that they're doing. If you work at Southern Hope, then it's Reed.
She works at Southern Hope.
She works. Okay.
And, you know, Jason, he is what they meet and everything. So, one, need to pick, okay?
I talked to him today for.
He works at. Okay, so what? It's kind of like a babysitter, and he gets paid. Has no rent, and he just stays free.
This is a video that I'm filing tomorrow, a petition for an emergency petition for a writ of habeas corpus for Shawn Delong. He has been put in jail after they claim that he peed dirty. Apparently another sample goes off to San Diego to Millennium, but I don't know what's happening to Shawn Delong. Okay.
So Mendez is Amber and Southern Hope is Finley.
Yes.
Mike Finley and Christine Finley own Mended Reed. Who else
Yes.
is a partner in Mended? Who else?
Uh,
No, sorry. So Christina, so the Lamberts are Mended Reed.
yes.
And then the Lamberts, Mended. And then
Yes.
Finley is Hope. Finley
is hope. Yes.
Oh, but I got more data today. Actually, Mike Finley is over 4 different rehabs in the local area. So give me 1 second. I'll literally be gone for 5 seconds. You'll see a black screen for 5 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yes. Yes. So they're rent-free. Because I see a staff member.
because you're at Southern Hope, right?
No, Mended Reeds. David Lambert's the associate.
David Lambert.
Okay. So Mended Reed is Lambert and Southern Hope is Finley.
Yes.
Mike Finley and Christine Finley own Mended Reed. Who else is a partner in Mended Reed? The Lamberts are Mended Reed.
Yes.
The Lamberts, Mended. Finley is Hope. Finley
is hope. Yes.
Southern Hope. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And so they have 36 to 40,000 for 3 people to live there.
Get this, all the ones that are counselors now, they're taking a 40-hour course. Say me, like right now, I can take a 40-hour course and become a counselor, like my daughter is, or like a lot of the other ones, just like they're farming out to these other businesses, establishments in the community. They're doing it themselves. So what they're doing is they're picking, cherry picking people that come through here, like me or Jason or whoever it is. They're cherry picking who they want and employing them. Okay? So they're running their own temp service through the community and themselves.
The wings done?
Excuse me?
I'm not. I ordered some wings.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm just trying to get some wings in. Hey, some wings done by accident? Wings for Jose?
Okay, so I think you guys are getting it. All right. What you're seeing here is Shawn Delong has been arrested. He told me last night he does not doing drugs. He did not pee dirty. He has not peed dirty. And then, ironically, he pees dirty today. So everybody share it across Facebook, share it across your Twitter. Everybody, I want to know where Shawn Delong has gone. Where is he at? Is he in the Lawrence County Jail? I don't know where Shawn is. I know that Shawn has given me hours of information. That means I believe that his life is in jeopardy because the scam going on in Ironton, allegedly, the alleged scam by dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens, so many emails and text messages, I can't get back to everybody who's been scammed in Ironton. I have people contacting me from all around the country telling me how they've been scammed in Indiana, in Texas, in Florida, in New York, in Tennessee, in Georgia, in South Carolina. Hey, will you come over to Kentucky? Will you stop by West Virginia? We're doing the same thing here. So you all have to look into who owns the rehab centers all around the country. You need to see if judges and county commissioners and hey, Mike Finley, I'm publishing the audio I have about you. And the public can decide. I give everybody a free opportunity to speak, Mr. Finley. Since you're running for county commissioner, I'll bet the people would like to know about why these people are saying these things about you, Mr. Finley. Mr. Finley, of all the people, of everybody I've heard about, including Spoljaric, who you saw what he did to Kent, Mr. Finley, I've heard worse things about you, and I'm going to air them tomorrow. I'm not going to allow those things not to be heard by the public. It's pretty bad. And then Mr. Finley's going to say, oh, it's for my No. Nobody else owns four different, let me show you guys. Here's Mike Finley. Ready? Let me show you what I know about Mike. Just let me show you what I know about Mike. Because I don't put the name in there, so I might be able just to show you just the screenshots of what I've heard about Mike Finley. And this isn't the heavy, dirty stuff. There's stuff about Mike Finley that is just wow. The things I've heard about him, worse than. Okay. So here's what it says. Here's what it says. There are 4 locations: Ironton, Wilmington, Mount Orange, and Jackson. Per Secretary of State Business Online filings, James Kratzenberg, father of, this one right here is about Kratzenberg. The father of Andrea Kratzenberg, the prosecutor, is the statutory agent, and his mailing address is here. I'm not going to publish it. Interesting point. Corporate office is in Ironton. Kratzenberg lives in Ironton, but they filed articles of incorporation in Mount Laurel, Brown County. Why? I believe we know the answer, because of corruption and lies. Why is the prosecutor's dad buying the rehab centers? Corporate office is in, and by the way, the guy texting me this is highly intelligent. I can't reveal who this is because they're a confidential informant, but the person texting me this is highly intelligent. Corporate office in Ironton, but they filed in Butler. Someone told me Holiday, that's Deanna Holiday, had an issue during election about investing in a rehab. She put then the next investment in her husband, Shawn Holiday. Okay. And then out of Law County, out of Lawrence County, and some were upset when they say she should have invested in Lawrence County. You're onto something with this. I know that I'm onto something with this. This is one informant of dozens. So let me ask you a question, Mr. Kratzenberg. Let me ask you a question, Andrea. We can go back and check all of Andrea's prosecutor recommendations. How many people here had Andrea Kratzenberger? Andrea Kratzen, is that am I saying her name proper? And here had Andrea Kratzenberg as their prosecutor, and then she recommended you go to a rehab that her daddy owns. Andrea, you're the prosecutor in my case, Andrea. I'm going to see that you're removed from my case, Andrea. Well, actually, you know what? I'm suing you guys. You guys saw the federal civil rights lawsuit. Andrea, check the statutes. You're in big trouble. So why is Jim Kratzenberg, with his daughter being the prosecutor, James Kratzenberg, why is he buying all the rehab clinics? I mean, I'll show it to you guys again just so you guys can see it. And then he put the holdings in another county. Why did he do that? Okay. There are 4 locations: Ironton, Wilmington, Mount Orange, Jackson. Per the Secretary of Finance, James Kratzenberg is the statutory agent. This is Andrea Kratzenberg's dad. Did she recommend you go to rehab? Well, she sent you to her daddy's place. Corporate offices in Ironton. Kratzenberg lives in Ironton, but they filed articles of incorporation in Mount Laurel. That's the wrong thing. It's Mount whatever. Oh, so this is another confidential informant. Judge Waldo said he wouldn't put his dog in jail, but he'd put a human there. Let me just go down. Let me see what I can show you guys here. Commissioner years ago was Donald Lambert, the father of David. So Donald Lambert used to be the commissioner. Now his sons and sons own the Mended Reed. And Randy Lambert, the attorney, Kevin Lambert, and the doctor, yes, it goes deeper. What's going on here? You mean so Donald Lambert used to be commissioner, now Mike Finley, whose daughter's a judge, now he wants to be commissioner? You think that's right? You think that's okay? Oh, I mean, I went all the way. I've identified these people. Like, I'm not going to let up. I am not going to let up. I'm just not showing you guys some stuff here because I don't want to get anybody hurt. So I'm just pointing down at the screen here real fast. I don't want you guys to see anything that could jeopardize anybody else. Also, Spulgeric is the monster you think he is. As for cuffs, I've personally known them for 5 hours for road trips to other jails all day long for court across the street from jail. He's been in cuffs for 5 hours from one street to the other street. And as you know, cuffs are made for torture. That's why they're made. That's the reason handcuffs were made. They were made for torture. It's just the way it is. It's so funny. The screenshots go back to when I first got to Ironton. Let me just put this right here real quick so people can't see this. And let me just cover this right here, and then I'll show you guys something else here. This is an email. Oops, let me cover up that. This one says, I'm just covering up the information here so you guys can see it. I desperately need to get in touch with you about Officer McKnight. Did I write that to myself? That says inbox, doesn't it? It says inbox, doesn't it? That's what it is, right? I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, we can all agree on that, right? All right. Anyway, so I'm going to get out of here. I want everybody to try to find Shawn DeLong. Please put your name on his Facebook. Lawrence County Sheriff, all you judges who own all the rehabs. I'll be filing tomorrow federally a petition for a writ of habeas corpus for Shawn DeLong. He doesn't belong in a dungeon. Just so you know, his history, they put him in jail for 3 months, and then they've had him in a rehab for 9 months. If he's peeing dirty after being in that rehab for 9 months, it's not a very good rehab, is it? It's not a very good rehab. So you judges own rehabs. You're not even good at the rehabs, though. Kristen Finley and your dad, Mike Finley, and then Donald Lambert and his sons, the Lamberts, own all these rehabs. If Shawn DeLong did pee dirty after being locked in your rehab for 9 months, maybe you're shitty at your job. Maybe. Maybe the state and the federal government and the Ohio State University shouldn't be giving you any money. Maybe you're bad at what you do. Maybe. I think you're corrupt to the core, and I think I'm going to find out, and I'm bringing my big brass band with me, and we're going to continue to expose this, and we're going to expose it, and we're going to expose it. Shawn DeLong, everybody, tomorrow. Yeah, they're not even good at, which, by the way, Waldo, just so you know, I've been on this the whole time I've been here, but when you said in court, Waldo, when you said in court to that kid, McGinney, what's his name? When you said to, what did you say to that kid as a matter of record? Don, Wyatt, Mr. Wall, Mark, Brian, Mr. Mitchell Glancy. Mitchell Glancy's in a dungeon right now for possession of drugs, and he's being charged with a felony that'll ruin his life. A felony lasts forever for drugs, which is, you know, just so you know, the whole war on drugs where you think people who do drugs are terrible, you're wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. They're not terrible people. They need help and they need love. But Mr. Waldo, when you said to Glancy that you will go into residential treatment or you'll go to jail for 180 days, I'm going to get that record for the FBI and the DOJ, because I think that the amount of money you're claiming to make, $120,000 a year, I don't think so. I don't agree. I'm just publicly saying, as an investigative journalist, I don't agree. I think Kevin Waldo's making a lot more money than that off these rehabs. What do you guys think? You think he is? I think he is. So everybody, if you would please, Shawn DeLong, please put his name out there, because I believe that he's in grave danger. Grave danger. And I'm going to be filing a petition for a writ of habeas corpus tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will do the petition for the writ of habeas corpus tomorrow, because I'm not going to watch this guy be locked in a dungeon after all the things he's told me about the jail to rehab pipeline. Say his name, Shawn DeLong. And for the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department, we're watching you. If Mr. DeLong has one thing done to him, you're going to set yourself up for a civil rights lawsuit, and I will make sure that lawsuit gets filed. I will make sure the lawsuit gets filed. So if you guys just don't care and you want to just keep on paying out your money, then do something to Shawn, and I'll sue you. Okay? Won't be me that sues you, but I'm more than welcome to fill out all the paperwork I want. I can do anything I want. I actually checked what's legal and what's not legal. So, okay, that's it. It's my First Amendment to say what I want, and it's my First Amendment to do what I want. I just can't practice law in a court of law in some places. But when I pass the California bar, I'll be able to, and I'm going to take the California bars. Actually, there's a multi-state bar that I just found out about. You can take a multi-state bar. I'm going to take that. Okay? Anyway, yes, suing. We have to continue to sue the shit out of these people. They are criminals, and we have to sue them. Everybody sign the petition, recall Jeff Lawless if you live in Ironton. All right, listen, I got to go. Believe it or not, this was an emergency thing. Because remember, so just so you know, I called a couple of people before I came on live because I didn't want to reveal Shawn. But the thing is if they did him dirty today and they tested him and said that he's dirty and then they took him to the dungeon, the only thing that will save him is all of us knowing that that's what they did. Nothing else will save him. The writ of habeas corpus, tomorrow, he may be dead by then. And so that's why I'm announcing to everybody, put Shawn DeLong's name on your Facebook page. Talk about Shawn DeLong. He was arrested. He talked to me last night. You heard, I don't pee dirty. I'm not doing drugs. And then all of a sudden he pees dirty today. And they're going to send the other sample off. But that might take weeks to get back. Do they put an emergency on it? Like maybe this guy, that's a big question for the rehab facilities. Has anybody ever here been peed dirty in the rehab facilities here? So here's a big question for you. Do you think that if they test you dirty at the rehab, that there should be a local third-party facility to test so that you don't have to sit in the dungeon? And if it is shipped off to San Diego, which means Wales, right? Anchorman, then is it overnighted so that you don't have, because if you pee dirty and you say, hey, look, I'm not on any drugs, why am I peeing dirty? Do they overnight that to San Diego so that you don't have to sit in a cage? And why do they put you in a cage if you pee dirty out of a rehab? Aren't you there for help? Oh, you failed at the help. Go to the dungeon. Or when you get back out, you got to go back. Like Shawn was saying, you go to the dungeon because you peed dirty. Then you got to go back to level 3.5. They're going to bill your insurance. They're going to bill the federal insurance. Waldo, is that what you do? You put him in the dungeon, you violate him, he goes to the dungeon, then he comes back and he has to start his rehabilitation program over at a 3.5 level when he was down at 1.0 before. But now you got to put him back at a 3.5 level. You're dirty, dude. From my opinion, this man right here, you guys are doing bad stuff over there. That's what I think. I think you guys are doing bad stuff, and I think eventually we're all going to find out. And just so you guys know, the standard for defamation, even by a journalist, is if it's true, then you're not guilty of defamation. And I think eventually the feds are going to get involved because this is a RICO case. That's what I think. I think this is and Kristen Finley, I hope you're a good lawyer as you are judge, because you're going to have to probably defend yourself, Kristen, along with your daddy, Mike, and then along with the Lamberts. And Donald Lambert, did you set this up as county commissioner? We need to find him. Everybody, I want you to work at finding him by talking about him out loud, by sharing his name. Where is Shawn DeLong? Where is Shawn DeLong? Anybody know where he is? Anybody know where he is? Okay. All right, guys, I'll get the flock out of here. Thanks for letting me talk, man. But this really isn't about me at all. This is just about that we're going to file tomorrow a petition for a writ of habeas corpus for Shawn DeLong. Shawn DeLong was arrested after speaking to me and telling me about the prison to rehab, to prison, to rehab pipeline. And that's what's going on. This was a Shawn DeLong 100%. I want to expose that he's been informing to me, and he's not afraid. He didn't care. He said, go ahead. Okay. Okay. Someone find him, man. Find Shawn DeLong. I'm nervous. Okay. God bless you guys. I'm going to get the flock out of here. I'm going to have a ding dong. I'm going to have a chocolate ding dong in my hotel room. All right. I got to go. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Later. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. What's the last thing we say? We don't stop. And we're not stopping until we get all of you out of office. None of you belong in office. You're criminal, and I'm going to prove it. You guys are criminals, and I'm going to prove it. We don't stop under any circumstances. Later.